Hello, everyone. Welcome to our very first episode of the Pep Talk. This is Rebecca, by the way, and I am coming to you live from Toronto, Canada. Please tune in as we deliver a very inspiring story.
We are here to share the stories of success, faith, and resilience of individuals who have successfully transitioned to the world of the digital business. Watch, listen, and be inspired from the testimonials of the business owners on how they conquered the online space by helping people to start a business that changed their lives. This is Rebecca and May, working moms and digital entrepreneurs. We are here to share with you the boons of the digital business. So, come join us.
All right. So, again, good evening, good morning, good afternoon. This is Rebecca. I am coming to you live from Toronto, and we are here to present to you another a story of our very own coach. So, this is May.
Hello, gorgeous people. It's such a wonderful day having you all here tuning in right now. Thank you so much, and welcome to the first episode of the Pep Talk. My name is May. I'm from Winnipeg, Canada. I've been in the business since last year. I'm a mom of two loving children and a clingy wife to Richard. Yes, a clingy one. Aside from having this online business, I do still have my day job as an admin officer and here as a digital entrepreneur. So, yeah, we're here to educate you about the business, inspire you to take action to pursue and create the lives that you want or you've been dreaming of, or that something that you deserve. Remember, we must be proactive about our dreams and goals, and this opportunity could be your way to taking the first step towards achieving them.
All right. So before I introduce to you our special guest, by the way, I started this business because I have a bigger goals and dreams for my family, right? So for tonight, I hope this story will resonate with you and will touch your lives. So by the way, it is my honor to introduce the lady who became my instrument why I am doing this business. She is a mom, a career-oriented lady who shifted from one career to another as a TV production staff, a registered nurse, a life insurance advisor, and as an investment administrative assistant. She is from the Philippines. She is brave enough to start from the scratch. She brought her family here in Canada to start and search for a greener pasture. So I present to you Miss Katrina Luna-Umali. Hello, Coach. Good evening.
Wow, thank you so much. That was a very, very lovely introduction. Thank you for that. And I love your introduction video. I wasn't expecting that.
Thank you, Coach. Yes,
That's
we
over
really
the top,
prepared
you
for
guys.
this.
Thank you. First of all, of course, hello, Rebecca and May, and to all of you who are watching this live or on the replay, let us know where you're tuning in from and what time it is there on your end so you know how global we are. And can I just say, I'm so proud of you too. I'm very grateful, honored, of course, to be having the chance always to share on Go Lives like this, inspire fellow parents, fellow moms, fellow professionals like us, stay-at-home moms, whatever your role is in life, to just get inspiration and give you a sneak peek of what we do if you're interested, or maybe just provide inspiration. And I'm so proud of these two ladies, I would say, because I've been working with them for I think more than a year now, right? So I've seen
Yeah.
them from being anxious of what is this social media platform, what is this social media entrepreneurship, up to now like creating this beautiful background, that very lovely introduction, the video, and getting out of their comfort zones really to for their dreams. So I'm very proud of you guys. So thank you for having me here, and thank you for all those who have commented already. I'm excited. And can I just say that we did not talk about what we're going to wear today. I asked them like, do we have a theme, things like that. No, coach, you can wear whatever you want and your earrings from Amazon.
Exactly.
And then all of a sudden we saw each other. Oh, we're all wearing red. So
Yes.
vibration is real.
Yes,
Yep.
true. Sis May?
Okay. Yeah, so before we start, let's acknowledge our viewers first. We have Daphne Balani from Texas. Hello, hello. And we also have admin Patricia. Good morning. Coach Daphne saying, wow, I'm excited for this pep talk, ladies. We also have Emmeline from Netherlands. Wow. And admin as well. We also have Coach Marlene Karahan watching right now. Thank you, Coach. And Daphne and admin, yes, hello, hello. So just be sure you to tune in until the end because we have a giveaway gift for you.
Oh.
Yes, we have. Yes, we are so excited. So before we dive in, let's have a little bit fast talk or an icebreaker so that we can get to know more about Coach Katrina. Right, Sis
All
May?
right. Please remind me to talk fast because I tend to talk a lot. I will guard myself.
We'll give you 3 to 5 seconds to think of an answer. So we'll do this as
Okay.
quickly as possible. It's
Okay.
just very few question lang.
Okay.
First question: mass communication or nursing?
Mask on.
Oh, okay. Messy desk or clean desk?
Clean desk, but it's messy right now.
Okay. So what do you want to be? Rich and famous or rich and unknown?
Rich and famous.
Okay.
No,
Now,
maybe rich and unknown. I don't know. Both, depending on the
okay.
situation.
Yeah. Would you rather leave without the internet for a week or not taking a bath for a month?
No internet for a week.
Internet for
Oh,
a week.
Interesting.
You have to be clean, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Next is glass half full or glass half empty?
Always full. Overflowing.
Full, overflowing. Lastly, love or money?
Money. No, it's
Okay.
love, of course. Love, it drives everything, right?
Yeah.
So there you go.
There
We
you
can have
go.
both.
Thank
We
you.
can have
Yeah.
both.
That's it. That's it. That's a good warm up for our interview.
yes. So
Okay.
there you go.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Now,
yeah. So thank you so much, Coach K. Well, like we really don't know about this about you, so at least we get to know you more, right? We've been talking like guys, we've been talking behind the scenes all the time. We have this chat group and we know a lot about Coach Katrina, but for tonight we will dive in more about her story. That's why yeah, we invited her because we are so inspired. We know how hardworking she is. So Coach Katrina, I know like you have three amazing boys, you have your skeptical husband. So
Used to be, yes.
how do you balance? You have you have a very successful business as well. So how do you balance your life, work, and how did you manage to change the your husband's views about the business?
Okay. Thank you so much for that wonderful question. Balance. I think that is always a challenge, especially for parents like us. Wanting to not just take care of the family, but also to provide for them. Contribute to the family household income, right?
Mhm.
And I am so grateful to my used to be skeptical spouse because he's actually the one who keeps me grounded. Right from the get-go, he knows that in my hearts of hearts that I am a career woman. Like, you cannot just leave me at home and just do nothing. you know that doesn't mean that we're discounting the situation of stay-at-home moms. We all respect that. Like, we have different roles, we have different preferences. I'm just the type that I can take care of the kids, but I also wanted, like, providing financially for the family. And that's why I've switched into different jobs, into
Yes.
different careers. because of the goal that I wanted to provide more while having more time for the family. And for those years that I've been employed, that has always been um, a very challenging part, right? And so right now, since I'm just staying home in terms of I run the business from home or from anywhere, I tend to be a workaholic. I can like sit down. You don't need to do it like that, but I'm just like that the way I work. And sometimes there are pros and cons. Like, and my husband is there to remind me, like, hey, time for dinner,
Yeah.
we're waiting for you. Things like that. Of course, I'm sometimes guilty of that, and that's why I'm grateful for him because he always reminds me that, hey, you're doing the business because of course you wanted to have more time with us, right? So for the past more than 3 years that I've been running the business, I've always been um, developing my time management. Leaders would say there's really no such thing as time management because you can't really manage time. We all have 24 hours in a day, but it's just that notion of managing time, right? It's more of being productive. So I would do like time blocking. Like in the morning, I would focus on my self growth first. So that means, we are familiar with that with our savers, meaning I do my silence, my affirmation, my visualization, exercise, reading, scribing, really just honing into my self development as not just a business owner, but as a parent, as a wife as well, and as a child of God. I'm focusing on my faith, my mindset, and then because when I do that, I tend to be more productive, more efficient in my different roles. Not just in my family, in the business, as a leader, and just a human, a better human being in general. So yeah, time blocking. And recently I've been like this past few days I've been practicing the power of 15 minutes because sometimes well, I've been listening to different YouTube videos in terms of with the topic of time management, managing your energy, your productivity, and almost all of them will talk about time blocking, like focusing like for an hour or 30 minutes on just a certain task. And because most of us, especially parents like they would say, or people who are inquiring about the business, like, can I do this because I just gave birth, or I'm a busy parent, I have so many children, or I have so many responsibilities, and we don't have like a full hour to do certain tasks, right? But we all have, I could say, like 15 minutes. Like I can
Yes.
hone it, shot it off, and I'll just do 15 minutes, maybe answer some inquiries, or 15 minutes checking all my emails, checking all the things, or 15 minutes checking all my chats, answering them, or 15 minutes of, I'll just play with my 3-year old. Or 15 minutes uninterrupted time with my older boys, or 15 minutes just chatting with my husband. So, that's always a growth zone for me, I would say. So balancing to kind of have that balance, as we could say, about business, career, and of course having family life, right? And I think what was your second question? Sorry.
Yeah, I think you touched it, Coach Katrina, like about the how do you balance, and oh, how did you
Oh,
choose
my
your
my skept
views?
yeah,
Yes.
how I was able to address the skepticism of my husband. What I realized is at the beginning, I would always ask him to, oh, watch this, or I would try to explain to him. I was trying to convince him what the business is all about, and it's just so hard for him to grasp, because it was also hard for me to grasp at the beginning, right? And then I realized, the more I convince him, the more he repels. So what I did, what, I'm gonna stand my ground. I'll do this like quietly while they're sleeping. I would do like my training back then about 10 p.m. to 1 in the morning. You don't need to do it like that. Like, people don't need to do it like that. But it's just how flexible it is, because that's my me time. Because in the morning it's a chaos at home. So I just work silently in one corner, and then up until like on my third month, that's when I started, really seeing the results. So and then that was the first time I got my automated sales. So, and that's the time that I kind of sense that he became quiet, just passively kind of letting me do my thing. And then when the whole global health situation happened after a year, and that was the time I went back to my work at my 9 to 5 as an admin assistant in an investment firm. And then he was just starting his second career as an early childhood educator here in Toronto. And then everything suddenly stopped. Like the school stopped, so kind of his career was halted in that arena. But he had other part-time jobs at that time. And then I remember vividly that was March of 2020, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then he said, "You know what? It's good that you have your business as our backup." And I just stayed quiet. I just smiled. Deep inside me, I was screaming like, "Yes!" Right? And that was the time that I realized, okay, officially, he started supporting me fully. Yeah. So I think, when you really stood your ground, and he sees that I'm doing something special for our family. Hi, Justice. How are you? Oh, yeah. So that was the switch for us, and I'm grateful for that. Hi, Kuya
Yes.
Joaquin. Is that Kuya Joaquin? Hi.
Yeah, so yeah, my mom
Hello.
will, yes, it's real. We are real. A family woman.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Hello.
coach, yeah, so people are seeing us most of the time in social media. We've been talking about our business, but
Mhm.
in your opinion, how do you set our business apart from others?
Yeah.
This is actually my first business experience. I don't have any business experiences prior. And then, but what I know is, of course, I would hear other people's experiences when it comes to brick and mortar business. My brother is an expert on that field. He tried multiple businesses in the Philippines, those franchises. And I was able to see like the preparation, the hard work that goes behind that. And looking for what they call that, an optimal space to put up the
Oh,
franchise, the store itself,
yes,
hiring employees, doing the accounting every single day to check the balances, things like that, accounting, and of course the supplies, this inventory, the machineries, the equipment that because my brother went into the food business, so I know the hard work, the details that goes into that, right? And in our business community, some are also before joining the business community, they're also traditional. Some of them are traditional business owners. One is owns a trucking business. They invested like 500,000 just for the
yeah,
trucks alone, minus the insurance, minus the maintenance, and they are husband and wife. And then the husband would be 3/4 of the year he would be out of the house, so
yes,
they miss each other a lot. And then there's another business owner in our community, traditional, her business prior to finding this is as a what they call this, a dental laboratory. And she invested like 100,000 just for the equipment, things like that. And she was thankful that she didn't need to hire what they call a rent a place, because her office is her place. And it took her a while, to recuperate that initial investment. And so when it comes to the, yeah, traditional businesses, often we're grateful that we don't need to worry about those things. I didn't know. I wouldn't know what to do.
yes,
We don't carry any inventories at home. We don't need to find a physical office, because anywhere is our office, like a home mobile office in the car when you go travel. Recently, we went on a cruise, so that was my office for 5 days. So that one, no inventory, and we don't need to. Um, think one of the most common worries is that, oh, do I need to reach out to families and friends, right? You can
true,
definitely open this business opportunity to your families, friends, and colleagues. There are many business owners in our community who are doing that, but it's not necessary. It's totally optional, because the business automation. I think that's really what sets us apart, right? Automation meaning, yes, literally when you're sleeping, upon waking up, I would get leads. What are leads? Like those are the people who are actually checking your opportunity, our opportunity.
Mhm.
I might have my website on my ads, and these ladies are doing that too. Once they click the ad, they will register, they would watch a free info session, and that's all happening on the front end while we are doing other stuff like sleeping or taking care of the kids, things like that. And that's the beauty of it. And I didn't have any experience doing all those things because a huge part of that is already being taken care of our back office, right? So I think that's what is really unique. And also attracting, we're doing attraction marketing, so technically
Yeah.
we're attracting people of our own vibe, like you ladies. How I was able to connect with you, it's amazing, right? By the way,
Yeah.
we already met in person. The first time was December of last year. Oh my God,
It's
last
been a
Yes,
year.
it's been a
one year
year.
already. Right? And then also, I saw Rebecca as well, June of this year. And hopefully,
Mhm.
this next Saturday.
Yes, next Saturday.
For our Christmas party. It's amazing how, because personally, I'm targeting in my ads fellow moms like me, also immigrants like me, who wanted to devote more time with their family, and that's the beauty of it. You only get to work with people that you love. No more office politics,
True.
right? So those are just some of the things, of course, that I truly, truly appreciate and enjoy in our business opportunity.
Okay. Wow.
Oh, and
That's a
Martha
lot.
here, no need to ask for days off that the kids are off for holidays. I used to juggle, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely, right? We don't need to.
Mhm.
Oh, Martha, you reminded me earlier. What was that earlier or yesterday? My 9-year old was talking to. We went on in the mall for his eye checkup, and was like, "Mommy, um, you don't need to ask for someone for your days off, right? Yeah, and you just work from your office, like from the bedroom, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
they're very observant. We're setting inspiration, and that's what I realized. um, Setting examples and inspirations for them, so yeah.
Great. Great, great, great. Thank you, coach. Now, but I have a question here. So
Yes.
many things have you've gone through already. You started a business 3 years ago. Was that 2019?
Yeah,
What
2019
2020?
April, officially April 2019.
Okay. So you started 3 years ago. Now, can you share some instances that shows how your life has changed compared to what it was before without the business? I'm sure you have a
Oh,
lot of stories to share.
I know. This setup that we had whenever when I was starting the business, I remember my very first coaching call. Like when I became a coach, meaning I helped like leveling up the business, and I would assist. I would go on a call and assist other new incoming business owners, get set up in the business. I remember doing the coaching call in our bathroom. Like
Oh,
literally, you could hear the echo. Why? Because that was our older apartment before moving into this new place. Because we only had like a one bedroom
mhm.
apartment back then, and then my boys are, they're all awake. So it's a chaos again, and they're using. I think my son is using the bedroom, and it's just not a very good place to do the call. So I locked myself in the bathroom. That's where I would do my call. And looking back, the humble beginnings.
Mhm.
That's and that place, it's not a very ideal place for a growing family because it's just one bedroom. And that's one of my biggest change when I hopped into this business, because I was able to move into this brand new building. um, and because I personally told myself, I wanted a bigger space for my growing boys. I have a teenager now, and just physically be comfortable. And yeah, moving into this new place. And I remember I also mentioned this in my recent go live. that in that apartment we experienced bed bugs, and I was about 7 months pregnant back then. So the building needs to disinfect the house, the unit. So they needed to cover everything, the furniture, things like that. So we needed to move out for a day or so. That was my birth month. We checked it at a 2-star hotel, and then that time was like bittersweet. And I was telling this story to my son, like, I wouldn't want that experience, that, for us to experience that again. And I told myself I'm gonna do everything that I can to move out, to afford you know and move to a better place, right? Because I didn't want where we were right then. And that's why this recent quote that I've encountered, although I've heard it multiple times, like, you're not a tree, so if you don't like where you are, you have to move, right? So I literally moved my family to this brand new place, like, literally fresh paint, new amenities, and new view. And I'm so grateful for that. 2 bedrooms already. Um, and of course, apart from that, giving more to my parents in the Philippines, to our church family, tithing regularly, and going on impromptu vacations. My 9-year-old is the very vocal one, very observant. We've been here to Canada for 6 years now. We've been to Niagara Falls for multiple times, but a year after doing the business, we were able to afford a Falls View hotel. So for the first time, you were walking at the hotel room, and then as soon as I opened the curtain, my 9-year-old said, "Oh, mommy, are we staying here really?" So that's a priceless moment for me, right? And of course, at a certain point, I was able to. I realized, this business has been way bigger than my own dreams, helping fellow moms quit their jobs, like 2 nurses and an accountant, and meeting you guys. You are doing very well in your careers, but having a side income, plan B for you guys, it's a very huge opportunity that I was able to discover. And so I told the Lord, God, if this is the purpose that you have for me through this business, then I will gladly embrace it, right? And I also shared recently in my in the webinar where I guested in September, that because of this business, a dream 6 years ago of sending our eldest school to a private school has come true. And one of my first jobs here in Canada was a kitchen staff, chopping vegetables and fruits,
Yeah.
serving students at a private. It was a summer school pro. No, it was summer back then, so students are in their summer programs, and we would serve them lunch and snack. And I was so tired one afternoon. I was cleaning the tables. You know, I was like, oh my goodness, Lord, you know I know this is not the end for me. I know this is just a stepping stone, because that was totally out of my comfort zone. That was a very physical job for me, and earning the minimum wage here in Canada. And my husband took his retirement pay at GMA 7, and it's like 15, 30 years worth of work. And we were just here for about 3 months, 3 months, and it's almost gone.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I think we did the wrong decision. And there was actually a moment where we kind of discussed, I think it's wrong. He was saying, maybe you should have been here first, kind of settle things like that, and then you'll just follow. I was like, no, I don't want to do it alone. Like, but
Mhm.
again, I think God has his own way of testing us. And back then, as I was cleaning the table, I saw these kids um, outside in the against the large window, and I told myself, oh, what are the jobs of their parents? Why can they afford going to a private school?
Yes.
And what would it feel like for me to send my own um, children to a private school? Well, mind you, the education system here in Canada is very good, but um, it's just our own preference, of course. And then, so realizing that yes, we can actually send him to a private school, and seeing his holistic growth in terms of he started playing saxophone. Like, oh my goodness. He's playing saxophone, is into so many other co-curricular activities, and seeing him progress every single day as a young man, it just makes it all worth it. And so many other beautiful things, and meeting you guys, meeting other families, talking to them, and from all walks of life, and realizing that at the end of the day, we're all the same. We all want time and money freedom, so we can devote more time to the things that really matter to us, right? So yeah.
Yes.
Wow. Thank you, Coach Katrina. Like your story, it's always touched me. Oh, my love. Yeah. So, typical story of immigrants, right? We really start from the scratch. You cannot get your profession right away. Like me, I started from the scratch when I came here to Canada. I work as an X-ray technologist back home for 10 years, but when I came here, zero. I started from McDonald's. I started from housekeeper, babysitter, something like that. But guys, there's always a hope. As long as you have the strong faith to change your life, as long as you have the desire to achieve your goals, it will happen. It will happen. As they said, like if you can see it on your mind, you can touch it on your hands, right?
Yeah,
So thank you,
absolutely.
Coach Katrina, for sharing that. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Sorry, I just want to add to that as well, Rebecca, because I've been in the business for more than 3 years now, and I've spoken to a lot of business huge leaders in our community specifically. And I've also been listening to other motivational speakers on YouTube, things like that. And I think, generally speaking, I think all of them is that they all started from nothing, from scratch. They all experience struggles, challenges, and almost all of the time, those challenges at the beginning, they are the ones that have set those people up for success,
Mhm.
right? Those are the turning points that people will say never. That those are their never again moments, right? And that's actually turning a test into your testimony, and your hurts into success.
Yes.
And so that's why, if you're watching this, it's not an accident. If you're going through some difficulties in your life right now, and you feel like the world has turned its back on you, or you feel like you're buried, think of it as you're a seed, right? It feels like, oh my goodness, you're buried in the ground, you can't see the sun, what's here. You're actually being tested. Those tears, they're actually watering you so you can make your way up, and then you bloom, you're planted, and then you grow, and then you see the sunlight, right? So you're not buried, actually, you're just planted. So you can bloom.
Yes.
But if you don't like where you are, you're not a tree, so you can move.
Yes. Yes. Thank you so much, Coach Katrina. So let me just check our viewers here. Thank you. We have 21 live viewers. Hello, Sis
Wow, hello
Dolores.
everybody.
Hello,
Good.
Vanessa. Thank you so much for watching. Brother Edwin, thank you so much. And
Hi, Edwin.
admin
Hi,
here,
Jen.
great idea, time blocks. Yes, it's very important for us. Like we really need to time manage ourselves and our family, right?
Mhm.
Sis Maita, Lala, hello, aloha from
Hey,
Hawaii.
Lola. Hawaiian, give us some sunshine.
Yes,
Hi,
hello, hello, Menshu. Thank you so much for
Manchu.
watching. Oh, my love. Okay, I don't need to ask for days off. Yes, yes, yes. We call the shots, right, Coach? Especially Coach Katrina. She's like full
Yes.
time. All right, Marites, Raimundo. Hello, beautiful ladies. Thank you.
Hello.
From Illinois. And Florentia. Hello, sis Florentia. See you soon. See you next week.
Oh,
Thank you.
yes. Flourish is
Are
coming.
very global. Oh my God. From Bahrain.
Bahrain.
Yes.
Wow.
Ida, what time is it there?
And California.
Hi,
Wow. Thank you
Elsa.
so much for your support, ladies and gents. Thank you. Very inspiring story, Coach Katrina, a real success story that we have witnessed. Yes. And
Thank
Yeah.
we
you.
have from
Australia, welcome
Australia.
here. Hi, Coach Noche.
Yes.
How are your plants? Your beautiful plants. Oh,
Thank you
hi,
so much.
Cecily.
Oh, we are flooded with support. Thank you so much for tuning in,
Hi,
ladies.
Linda. Hi, Nylin.
Wow. And sis Remy from Georgia, USA.
Hello,
Yes,
hello.
struggles are, yeah, happening not because it is leading us to failure. Yeah, 100% agree, Coach K. We can use our struggles as a never again moment and use it as an inspiration to learn, grow, and achieve success. Yes, 100% true. Love that analogy. Thank you so much, Coach Eileen. Yes. Wow. Oh my God. Thank you so much for tuning in,
It was
ladies. So,
as you said,
let's just
5:30 p.m.
yes, let's just
Coach
give a little
Eileen
bit
is
of
Coach
icebreaker.
Eileen is cooking Paris. Yummy.
Oh wow. Okay. So, this it's time for giveaway. Let's just break a little bit, Coach K. So,
Okay.
okay, Coach Katrina will confirm if it's correct. Okay. So, fastest finger. Fastest
Fast
finger.
fingers. Okay,
Yes.
guys.
When did when did Coach Katrina started her business? Give the month and year.
Oh,
Let's
she just
see.
said that a few minutes ago.
Yes.
Come
Yes, Miss
on. Come
Remy.
on.
Okay, let's wait. So while we are waiting, ooh, wow, we need the month and the year. Oh, there we
There.
have one.
Edwin. Edwin. Batad. Yay. Congrats, Edwin.
Yeah, Edwin. Yes, yes. Congratulations, kay Edwin.
Wow, you're
Yeah.
fast.
There you
Yes,
go. Hi, Edwin.
very nice.
Connect with me, please.
Yep,
Yay.
yep.
Yay. Congrats,
Yeah.
Edwin.
Thank you so
Okay.
much. Sis
Thank you,
May, let's
thank you.
proceed.
Yes, coach. Now, 3 years ago, if you will meet yourself, the Katrina 2019 version, what are you going to tell yourself about this business, this career?
I will tell my 2019 self to keep going. You are on the right track and believe. Well, I actually believed, like, right from the get-go. I would say, yeah, you have all that it takes to succeed in everything that you want. And I actually just mentioned that to someone today, like, everything that we need to achieve a certain goal that we set our minds into, it's all here. Come to think of it, all the things that we need to go to the moon is actually here. All the things that we need to invent the internet, the phone, the laptop, the light, whatever you're seeing in front of you around your house right now, it's been here since time immemorial. But what happened? What changed? It's the will of someone, a person, to actually invent those things like phone, internet, the lights, the cooking device, the telephone. It's all here, right? So I would just tell myself, keep pushing, keep going, and you're on the right track. And I will also thank my 2019 self because it's tough when you feel like nothing is going on. Like in those times that you feel like nothing is changing, God is really working at the background, right? In those times that you feel like it's so quiet, am I making progress in this business or in my career? Am I going to get that job? Am I going to see a better relationship with my spouse or with my child or with a friend or with my business partner or whatever you're going through right now? Believe that something unseen is more powerful than whatever we are seeing with our naked eye. So I'll give myself um, a grateful pat on the back. And I will thank my old self, like, for keep on pushing, for always believing that there's something better, and having that, what's the term here, um, that you are not being, Bob Proctor has a great term for this, being contented. You shouldn't be contented. He's saying that it's not that you're not thankful. You should always be grateful, but being contented, create. There you go. You should always have that creative discontent, because
Mm-hmm.
that will keep you moving forward. If you're not contented with where you are, I'm grateful, but I'm not yet contented because I know there are bigger things. So I will tell myself that, you're on the right track. That creative discontent will push you forward. And it's not just for you, your own family, but for the bigger purpose that you serve. So that's what I would tell my old self.
Thank you. Thank. I'm glad I asked that. Now you're talking to me. Creative
Yeah.
disconnect.
Yeah. I was like trying to think of that as well. Yeah, creative discontent. I love that. Isn't it so nice, right? Like, because it's okay if you're not contented with where you are right now, because people might give that a negative meaning, like, why are you not contented? Why are you not? Of course, we're happy, we're contented. No, we are grateful where we are, but the leaders, the successful people, they would always have that creative discontent because they want to move farther,
Mhm.
right? um Tesla, who invented Tesla, what's
Elon
his
Musk.
Elon Musk. For sure, he's been trying to launch
Yeah.
so many,
SpaceX.
yeah, SpaceX, right? Because he has a creative discontent. Like, also, of course, the owner of Facebook, all the successful people, right? So they all have the creative discontent. Yeah, I love
Yes.
that.
Yes. Rebecca, what's your take?
Yeah, so coach, what is something everybody in our industry should stop or start doing?
Doubting ourselves, right? Because it all starts from there. Mindset is key. We have to stop doubting ourselves and start believing more that we can do more, because that's one of the most common questions that I would ask when people would comment on my ad. Oh, is this easy? Can I do this? Is this real? Is this legit? Or, yeah, it's more of, can I do this? I don't have any experience. I didn't have any experience at all. Like, I didn't have any back. I just have my Facebook account, and I would just post like once or twice a month just to get connected with friends and families. But because I believed earlier when I recorded my, like, a capsule video in 2019, or one of my down lowest moments in the business, I caught myself there when I was watching. I told myself, I believe that I'm going to make it big in this business. And that's July of 2019. Like, I was just 3 months into the business. I never have any idea how I will make it big here, but I can feel myself when I was saying that I believed, and it all started from there. It's always a law of vibration, law of attraction. Everything vibrates. The energy that you have, each and every one of us has, in this universe. If you have a goal and it's out there, the universe, it's filled with different vibrational lines, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if we're here and this is our goal, then we have to match this vibration to be able to get that. So it's there. Bob Proctor would say, there is a place. It's not just an idea, it's a place that we can go to, right? So if we match that vibration, we have to see ourselves achieving that goal. We have to match that energy. So you have to see yourself. Your goal is, my goal is like to weigh a certain um, weight, right? I
Mm-hmm.
have to see myself first being that person to be able to achieve that. And then Bob Proctor would say, you know what? When you're there, when you achieved it, you realize you should have gone there. Right? You should have gone like way beyond that. But um That's why day in and day out, I would work on myself first, because when I do that, everyone around me benefits, right? So that's uh, the key, right?
Yes. Thank you. That's a very inspiring, I guess.
And
Well,
I just learned all of this, like, when I dive into entrepreneurship. I think when the world of entrepreneurship, we're a different breed in a good way, because in a sense, um, that doesn't mean that, when if you're not here, you won't be able to do these things. But it all started because we opened our ideas to, okay, maybe we can do this, and then we, um, day in day out, we explore ways on how we can improve ourselves, because we know self development is key. And that's one of the great things that I'm also grateful for in this business. It's just a not just the financial aspect itself, but it pushes me to become a better version of myself each and every day, so I can serve, so I can lead more, I can be a better person, not just to my families, but to the other people that I'm serving in our community. So
yeah. Yes, yes. Okay, great. That's great.
thank
So,
you.
in this business, well, we all know a lot of people have different views, perspectives on a lot of things, and we respect that. We understand that.
Mhm.
Now, we are in the field of digital business. We conduct our business online, and we cannot avoid that some people have misconception about anything that comes from the internet. Now, my question is, what do you wish everybody would understand about our job, our profession, our business?
Sorry, I was reading something. Sorry, what is that? May,
Um,
I was reading one of
what
the comments. What is
what
the
What do you wish everybody would understand about your job, your business?
um I think I wish they would understand more that we are really not different much from each other. Like, we are all dreamers. We all wanted something better for our families, and that whatever is available for me, for us here in the digital space, like, everyone has a chance, and anyone, every no, try to the pronoun, anybody can do this business. That's what I would say. Anybody who's willing to put in the work, devote their mindset into growing themselves, to grow a business as well. Anybody who wants to have a better life for their family, they can do this business. If they have the will to do it, then they can. I hope that's the thing that they can also realize more and understand more in our business.
Other than that, do you have advice for those who are watching now who are interested in your business, in your field?
I would categorize that into three. Number one, if you're interested, if you're number one, if you feel like you're number one and you wanted to up level your life, then go check it out. Message these two ladies, Rebecca or May. Reach out to them on how to get started, because you want to be number one in all your goals, right? And if you're number two, meaning, you're just seeing this and you just got curious, you just wanted to be inspired. Maybe, yes, you're interested, but you have other questions. Then again, you can also reach out to Rebecca and May and see what's somehow appease the anxiety and get your questions answered, right? And if you're number three, if you're like, I don't think so, I don't think this is for me. I just enjoy watching you guys, but that's okay. You still thank you, right? Whether you're one, two, or three, we're grateful for you, for catching this. And ask yourself, like, how bad do you want change? If you're happy where you are, and if you're content, that's fine. But if
Yes,
you feel like you have
okay.
that creative discontent, then
Meron
look
siyang
at
record.
what's possible for you as well. So, because whatever we're doing here, it's also possible for you. Give yourself a chance. Dare to dream bigger. Your dreams are valid. So don't discount yourself. You are worth it. Your family is worth it. Change your income, change your life. There you have it.
Yes. Oh my God, yes. Thank you so much, Coach. Like we really appreciate your time. Thank you for those who watch us on live and who will catch us on a replay. Oh my God, we've learned a lot from you, Coach, as always. So yeah, as you've seen, I have little one here.
Yeah,
I will.
that's how we roll. Sometimes
This
I
is
will do
how
my
we
coaching
roll.
call to hunters like here.
Yeah,
So
we
that's okay.
we run our business while our little ones are here with us. So again, thank you so much to all who watch us live and who will watch us on a replay. We appreciate your time. I want to leave you with this statement: nothing changes if nothing change. And at the end of the day, you will make the decision if you will take another route in achieving your goals. Maybe this is the one that you are looking for or not. It's really up to you, right? I hope this series will help you to make an informative decision. Thank you so much and God bless.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you. Thank
Thank
you,
you,
Brother Brenda.
everyone. Thank
Thank
you,
you. Thank you.
thank you so much, Coach
Thank you.
Katrina.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.